Hello and welcome to Petrit Lush. Today we have the all-new BMW Z4. So let's talk about the exterior, the interior, and of course the infotainment system. So let's go. After more than 3 years of speculation, which included rumors that the Roadster might be renamed, the third generation Z4 made its public debut exactly 30 years after the first Z1 car went into production in 1988. The third generation Z4 replaces a 7-year-old model that was past its prime. Drawing cues from both the Z4 concept and the 8 series, the new Z4 raises above the competition in just about every department. It comes with a massive kidney grille and the aggressively swept back headlamps. The grille is also very similar to the 8 series. BMW also kept large side intakes, although they've been redesigned and the black blade that runs toward the bottom to form a splitter was ditched. Unlike the 8 series, the Z4 has some extra sporty looking ducts at the corners of the center bumper grille. The engine hood is impressively sporty, with two bulges flanking the center line. What's more, the sides actually stretch over the wheel arches, just like on full-fledged sports cars. This has become a trademark feature on all Z cars, and it's great to see that the third generation Z4 has it as well. Around the back, BMW borrowed heavily from the 8 series. The license plate recess has the same position in the bumper, the tail lights are slim, they run into the fenders, while the trunk lid sports a sharp spoiler. All these features define the 8 series sexy rear end. And on the Z4 all of them are made a bit more compact and add to the car's sleek and sporty fascia. It's a great car, and personally I really like how these exhausts look like. They look kinda like they do on the 8 series, but still it has a Z4 vibe to it. A big difference however is how the diffuser looks. At the top of course we have the M40i emblem, and on the left side we can see the Z4 emblem. Now let's head over to the side once more. Let's just simply look at how beautiful and small this car looks. It's such a beauty, I actually really want to drive it. Now at the front we can see a very nice breather with the M emblem. They made it look extra sporty, fitting this car perfectly. Here we have the wheels, double spoke M Sport wheels, and they actually come from the M4 with the M emblem at the bottom and blue brake calipers. Perfect wheels for this car, and the size is 255/35 19-inch. In the back the wheels are slightly wider and the size is 275/35 19-inch. Now let's take a look at the trunk space. Sadly, it's not an electronic door, so you have to pull it up with your hand. But I was actually impressed with the size of the trunk, because I'm used to not having a lot of space when there is a retractable roof. But since it's a soft top, it can have more size than with a hard top. So more space than expected, but you don't really buy this car for the trunk space. Now, what I did like was that the trunk, when lifted up, looks so wide. That actually looks pretty cool. Now let's have a look at the interior of the car, because this is where we will spend most of the time. Upon opening the door you can feel how heavy the door is. You can see the M40i emblem at the bottom, but look at how wide the door is. It's very long. M40i emblem when entering. You can already see a beautiful interior. Many upgrades have been made. A nice M Sport steering wheel. Inside the cabin, the Z4 doesn't stray too far from BMW's recently updated interiors. Being a sporty roadster, the Z4 has the wider and taller center console that separates the driver and passenger compartments. The center stack is also wider than usual and slightly oriented towards the driver for improved access to the controls and the infotainment system. It has very nice and comfortable sports seats that really keep you in place. I personally really like the color of this leather fitting the rest of the interior. Also, of course, a nice surround sound system for when you are cruising. The latter sits on top of the AC vent like in most BMWs, but it's placed in a trapezoidal unit and it's kind of glued to the instrument cluster hood. It's like BMW is trying to replicate the system Mercedes-Benz is using in most of its cars nowadays. The instrument cluster graphics are interesting to say the least. While most cars display round speed and rev counters, the Z4 shows them as arches on the sides, with a navigation map in the center. The speedometer on the right side also includes information about the gears and the driving model. Small fuel and temperature indicators are shown at the bottom. So we immediately notice that the new Z4 has the latest technological features. It also comes with a first time head-up display for the Z4. Now, when we take a look at the left side, we can see the controls for the seat. So let's put ourselves in place. Perfect. Now let's take a look at the new display. You can control it with touchscreen, and as you can see, it has a beautiful navigation in 3D. And below that we have the AC vents, and as you can see, they are very slim and wide, kinda like the shape of the car. Here we have some storage space, very nice quality, a charger or a USB port, a 12-volt charger, and a wireless phone charger as well. So let's take out a phone and test it out. You can see the blue light indicating that it's working, and of course the phone starts charging. A great way to keep people from using their phones while driving. The gear selector is flanked by the engine start button on the left and the infotainment knob on the right. The hardware controller can of course also be used to control the display, the old-fashioned way. Here we have some extra storage space. Notice how it has two cup holders, but I don't really see you use the cup holders when the ports are opened. It's not the best design. Some extra storage space over there, and at the door a very slim space. I can barely fit my hands in them, let alone actual stuff. And it's not deep as well. If you drop your keys in there, they are gone. But all in all, I'm very impressed with this car, and especially the interior. I can't wait to take it out on a cruise. So that was the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope to see you guys next time. Bye bye.